All right, all right, all right. This ain't gonna take long. Um, it's been a big discussion because Asar Imhotep. Let me just show you real quick. Makes a claim that atheism is for white people. This is the title of his video. The title of his video was "Atheism for White People: The Impossibility of Africans Being Atheists," which is total bullshit, and we're gonna get into why. Okay, let me just show you real quick. If you guys can read this. Oops. Asar's video, Asar Imhotep. Atheism for white people. The impossibility of being African and atheist. This was Asar's presentation title, okay? But when you get into his presentation, he tricks it and goes off into other things, talking about concepts of what the African belief systems and traditional belief systems, the concepts of it compared to the concepts of Abrahamic faith systems and things like that, right? So let me go back.
Okay, so if I had
So let me go back. So here's the thing with Afrocentrics, especially. Afrocentrics feel that they have a monopoly on black conscious thought. They're dead wrong. Okay? So, Afrocentrics, a lot of times, especially in Asar's presentation, when you take into the whole of what he spoke on and presented, and then I was listening to comments and people respond, they're talking about Africans as we are Black Americans. They're talking about Africans as if they don't have a brain or they can't think for themselves, or as if they don't watch TV and read books that we watch and read. You see where I'm going? So I wanted to debunk Asar's assumption because it was far from a fact and far from the truth. Okay? Africans, just like Black Americans, have a brain and they think and they are not just some big cult that's stupid and just follow every tradition of their ancestors or grandparents and every tradition of an Abrahamic faith that they was influenced by. They are people just like Black Americans are people, and they have their own mind just like Black Americans have their own mind, and they think and process and come to conclusions just like us, Asar. So I feel it's disrespectful when Black Americans impose what they believe and think about others on everybody around the world. It's disrespectful and disingenuous. Okay? There's no difference between an atheist in Black America and between an atheist in continental Africa. So you can't just broadly speak because of their traditions and because of our traditions that there's some difference. African Americans, excuse me, Black Americans are largely Christian based. At least 9 out of 10 of us believe a Jesus existed. Although that some may not be really zealots or religious or attend church all the time, but 9 out of 10 of us approximately believe a Jesus exists. It's no different in Africa. Their traditions or in their Abrahamic faith, some of them believe, some of them don't. They read shit y'all read. They watch shit y'all watch. They got TVs. They have independent minds. So no, all of them or specific countries in Africa don't all think alike. Just like Black Americans don't all think alike. We have to stop imposing this in pontificating bullshit on other people. So Asar is dead wrong. Yes, Africans can be atheists, and all they do is talk about it. Here's an audience full of Africans in continental Africa.
To ask you, Derek, at which point in your life did you now say, hey, you know what? I'm Derek and I'm an atheist?
Okay, well, it started early on for me actually. I was about when I was a teenager and we'd go to church.
Pause. So he claims to be an atheist. Just like Brother Ankh of Amin Ra Squad claims to be an atheist. What's the fucking difference? They both have free choice. They both are free thinkers and can think for themselves and make a decision on what the fuck they are in 2021. So yes, Asar is dead wrong. You don't have to go all about around the corner and do a 3-hour discussion on if they are or if they ain't, or if Africans on the continent can be atheists or if they can't be. And you don't have to go through all this fucking drama. They'll tell you goddamn themselves. Listen to what the fuck they saying. What the hell you listen to Asar for? Y'all crazy up out here. You know what I mean? Now, let's go on. Here comes another one. What are they talking about? What does it say? Atheism versus religion. They have the same conversations that Black Americans have regarding atheism and religion. They have the same fucking mind and think just like Black Americans think. And if they choose to be atheists, that's just what the fuck they are. Who is Asar to tell them that they can't be or it's impossible for them to be atheists? And on the flip side, say, hey, we can be atheists. What kind of disrespect and crazy thinking is that? Listen to the lady.
We're discussing about atheism and religion. That's our big topic for today.
Harrison's Twitter handle.
Yes, Harrison.
Yeah, my Twitter handle is Harrison Monia.
So I paused it. They're having conversations about atheism and religion. All 4 people on this panel, all these continental Africans can choose what the fuck they want, just like a Black American can choose what the fuck they want. What is you talking about, Asar? Just because you claim to be initiated or what you may practice Ifa and shit, you're trying to lead everybody into thinking like you. And then you come with this fake linguistics, fake false cognate shit in your presentation and trying to say this word means that. Andro is the word he has, means this in the Netter and in West Africa. Total bullshit. I looked up the word and couldn't find it any goddamn where. I mean, just bullshitting. Why do you guys do this bullshit? Here is Leo. His name is Leo Igwe. He's a known continental African who is an atheist. He's on TED Talks talking about why I chose humanism over faith. Is the title. Leo Igwe. They're talking about atheism just like we're talking about atheism. It's no difference. They are humans like us. It's disrespectful to tell the Black Americans can think that they can dictate everything to continental Africans. Black Americans tell other Black Americans how continental Africans think, how they feel. It's total hogwash. They can speak for themselves. He's on TED Talks giving a full lecture on it.
Some of you may be wondering, what on earth is humanism?
Now, even down here, he's a humanist. As a humanist, Leo Igwe doesn't believe in divine intervention. He doesn't believe in that stuff, which some of y'all use the word spooky. I don't like to use the word spooky anymore either. But he doesn't believe in supernatural shit. He doesn't believe in his ancestors' traditions. He doesn't believe in the Abrahamic faiths. So what's said here is as a humanist, Leo Igwe doesn't believe in divine intervention, but he does believe in the power of human beings to alleviate suffering, cure disease, preserve the planet, and turn situations of poverty into prosperity. In this bold talk, Igwe shares how humanism can free Africans from damaging superstitions and give them the power to rebuild the continent. Basically, he is saying science can cure Africa of its ills and get rid of damaging superstitions, it says. Now, he just didn't say superstitious beliefs. He said damaging superstitions. So when Asar is giving this lecture, I'm sitting here thinking about the time when I'm sitting here in Ghana. Literally, I was in Ghana smoking joints with some of the help who was around the hotels and stuff, and some of the help who would help us. And we sitting there smoking a joint together, so I like to talk and question. I'm like, "What are you a Sante? I mean, what do you believe in the traditional religions, or are you Christian? Or nah, I don't believe in none of it." They told me. In Chief Ed's conversations with Ghanaian while we blowing joints, they told me they don't believe in any of it. Most of their family is into that, just like we say. Most of our grandparents and our mothers is into that, but we don't. It's 2021. It's a new day. There's the internet. There's TV. The whole world can make a decision on if they want to be an atheist or not. Black Americans, you don't control the world. Oh, sorry, you don't control how people think. You don't get to teach other Black Americans what Africans on the continent think. They'll tell you out their mouth. So the Ghanaians I was sitting there blowing joint with are atheists. You get what I'm saying? I don't want to take too long, but I just wanted to show this. You know what I mean? They are atheists. They're talking about that. All they do is have conversations about it. Look.
Is, one would not imagine that there is a group of people who do not believe in the existence of a supernatural being, or God for that matter. The atheists are part of a growing group of Kenyans who, unlike before, are not doing anything.
She said the atheists, the growing group in Kenya. What is Asar talking about? His whole presentation should go in the trash. You guys should spank Asar for being disrespectful to Africans on the continent, alluding to the fact, he didn't say this, but the way you go about your presentation and saying that, entitling your video, The Impossibility of Africans on the continent to be atheists, is trash and disrespectful. But because on the flip side, you agree that Black Americans can be atheists. But they can't be? Who are you to control them and tell them what they can and can't be? You can't tell Black Americans what they can and can't be. They have their own mind. We have our own mind. We're the same. Some of them believe. Some of them disbelieve. Same here. Some of us believe. Some of us disbelieve. Throw the presentation in the trash. I don't know why you guys are for hours. You guys end up being a 7-hour discussion the next day and y'all going back and forth over this bullshit. All you got to do is play what they say. They're atheists. Case closed. Throw Asar's presentation in the trash and scold him for being disrespectful. God damn. It doesn't take all this shit to debunk these fools.